He came for us.
If there is one lesson that the past decade has taught us about the state of cinema, it is that superhero movies are, in many ways, the dominant film-going attraction. The anticipation for upcoming Marvel movies as well as the upcoming DC movies may be higher than ever, considering the insane number of new films on the bill. There are plenty of comic book movies like those to look forward to on our upcoming 2024 movie schedule. In 2025, and even further into the foreseeable future, the following is a sneak peek of literally everything in the category of superhero movies that you have to look forward to. The Crow, June 7, 2024. This cool new superhero flick called The Crow is hitting screens soon. Directed by Rupert Sanders and written by Zach Balan and Will Schneider, it's based on a comic series from back in '89 by James O'Barr. This movie marks the 5th installment in the Crow series, but it's kind of like hitting the reset button. It's a reboot and remake of the 1994 film with the same name. In this version, we've got Bill Skarsgård stepping into the role of Eric Draven, aka The Crow, a musician who's brought back from the dead to seek vengeance for himself and his fiancée, played by FKA Twigs. Now, this movie has been in the works for a while, like since 2008, when Stephen Norrington first talked about reinventing The Crow. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride getting to this point, with different directors and actors coming and going. But finally, in April 2022, they locked in Skarsgård as Draven and Sanders as the director. Filming kicked off last July in Prague and Penzing near Munich, and now we're counting down the days until its release, courtesy of Lionsgate. Get ready for some serious action and a fresh take on an iconic story. Deadpool and Wolverine, July 26, 2024. This will be some serious superhero action because Deadpool and Wolverine is on its way. This flick, based on the Marvel Comics characters Deadpool and Wolverine, is being cooked up by Marvel Studios, Maximum Effort, and 21 Laps Entertainment, and it's hitting theaters courtesy of Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures. Ryan Reynolds is back as Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman reprises his role as Wolverine, and they're joined by a stellar cast, including Emma Corrin, Marina Baccarin, Rob Delaney, Leslie Uggams, Karan Soni, and Matthew McFadden. In the movie, the Time Variance Authority throws Deadpool into the mix, pulling him from his peaceful life and teaming him up with Wolverine for a mission that's going to shake up the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, this movie has had quite the journey to the big screen. Development started back in 2016 at 20th Century Fox, but things got put on hold when Disney took over in 2019. But fear not, Marvel Studios swooped in to pick up the pieces and bring Deadpool into the MCU fold while keeping that beloved R rating. And after a bit of back and forth, filming kicked off in England, with some additional shots in Norfolk and at Bovingdon Film Studios. There was a little hiccup with the 2023 SAG-AFTRA strike, but production got back on track and wrapped up in January 2024. Mark your calendars, because Deadpool and Wolverine is set to hit theaters on July 26, 2024, as part of Phase 5 of the MCU. It's going to be epic. Joker Folie à Deux, October 4th, 2024. The next chapter in the Joker saga is here. The sequel, titled Joker Folie à Deux, is set to dive back into the gritty world of Arthur Fleck, brilliantly portrayed by Joaquin Phoenix. This time around, we'll witness the aftermath of his transformation into the Joker, with the talented Lady Gaga joining the cast as Harley Quinn. And let me tell you, this isn't your typical superhero flick. Unlike most DC movies, this one's breaking away from the franchise and going the Elseworlds route, giving it a unique flavor. It's also the only live-action DC film hitting theaters in 2024, paving the way for the highly anticipated Superman Legacy in 2025. Now, what sets Joker Folie à Deux apart is its boldness. After all, its predecessor made history as the first R-rated movie to rake in over $1 billion worldwide. Warner Brothers is undoubtedly aiming for lightning to strike twice, and with Lady Gaga on board and whispers of it being a musical, it's clear they're not holding back. Venom: The Last Dance, October 25, 2024. After playing favorite DC villain Bane in The Dark Knight Rises, Tom Hardy later returned to comic book movies as favorite Marvel villain, but as the protagonist of his own solo film. So right above Aaron Taylor Johnson's first appearance in Sony's Spider-Man universe, we've got Venom: The Last Dance making its way onto the scene. Now, folks have had some mixed feelings about the previous Venom movies, But Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock? Well, he's got quite the fan base going strong. And guess what? This year things are really heating up as we reach the climax with Venom 3. Now, as for The Last Dance, we're kinda in the dark about what it's exactly all about. But hey, we've seen some sneak peek pics with Hardy sporting the same getup as in that post-credit scene from Spider-Man No Way Home where he briefly popped into the MCU. Rumor has it that Ejiofor might take on the role of Orwell Taylor, the big bad leading a crew called the Jury out to get Brock and Venom. Now, for all you Spidey fans out there, there's still a glimmer of hope for some crossover action with Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker swinging by. But let's not get our hopes up too high. Chances are slim. Craven the Hunter, December 13, 2024. Sony Spider-Man universe is gearing up for another spin with Craven the Hunter, but not everyone's feeling the hype. After the mixed bag of releases like Morbius, Madam Web, and 2 Venom flicks, some fans are cautiously optimistic about what's next. This time, Aaron Taylor Johnson steps into the spotlight as Craven, but his take on the character has raised a few eyebrows. Describing Craven as a protector of the natural world and an animal lover is definitely a departure from the usual villainous vibe, leaving folks wondering if Sony's going to veer off course again by turning a baddie into a good guy. But hey, it's not all bad news. The movie does have a killer lineup with Taylor Johnson leading the pack, alongside heavy hitters like Russell Crowe and Ariana DeBose. Plus, there's some Spidey villain action with the Foreigner, Rhino, and Chameleon thrown into the mix. Batman Azteka, Choc de Imperios, TBD 2024. DC's animated Batman Azteka Choc de Imperios is like a trip down the what-if lane, but with that distinctive Elseworlds flair. Picture Batman not as the Gotham Knight, but as an Aztec native named Quetzalcoatl, played by Horatio Garcia Rojas. He's fighting tooth and nail against Spanish conquerors in his homeland, just like Bruce Wayne would against Gotham's criminals. Tragically, Quetzalcoatl's parents meet a similar fate to Bruce's, except their killers are conquistadors. We don't have much more than the anticipation for its 2024 release, but this animated gem from Juan Jose Metzaleon promises to be a bold testament to the creative freedoms of the Elseworlds label. Watchman, 2024. Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons' groundbreaking graphic novel Watchman has been quite the muse for adaptations. Zack Snyder brought it to life in a live-action film, and HBO's miniseries, which snagged some Emmys, continued the story in a new direction. Now, there's buzz about an animated version in the works. According to CBR, it's going to keep things faithful to the source material with an R rating, a must for staying true to the grit of the original. Keep your eyes peeled, because this animated gem is set to hit digital and Blu-ray in 2024. Captain America Brave New World, February 14, 2025. Captain America Brave New World is set to take us on another thrilling ride with our beloved Star-Spangled Hero. Originally titled Captain America New World Order, the film follows Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson as he continues his journey as Captain America after the events of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's all part of the grand plan laid out by Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige during San Diego Comic-Con in 2022, where a slew of upcoming projects were unveiled. In this new installment, we'll see Sam Wilson navigating his newfound role, supported by Sebastian Stan's Bucky Barnes, Emily Van Camp's Sharon Carter, and others. While plot details have been kept under wraps, director Julius Ona has teased that it'll be a paranoid thriller, possibly echoing the political espionage themes of Captain America the Winter Soldier. Expect sparks to fly as Sam clashes with General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, played by the legendary Harrison Ford. Ross has a history with Sam, having thrown him in prison for violating the Sokovia Accords back in Captain America Civil War. The tension between them promises to add an extra layer of intensity to the story. Joining Mackie and Ford are returning faces like Danny Ramirez and Carl Lumbly, as well as newcomers including Shira Haas, Zosha Rockmore, and Rosa Salazar. Notably absent is Sebastian Stan's Bucky Barnes, as he's tied up with the Thunderbolts film. Behind the scenes, Julius Ona is helming the project, with Malcolm Spellman and Daylan Muson penning the script. The film is expected to deliver action-packed sequences grounded in the style of The Winter Soldier and Black Widow. Filming kicked off in March 2023 at Trilith Studios in Atlanta, Georgia, with reports of extensive reshoots and rewrites later in December 2023. While the exact release date is still up in the air, fans can rest assured that Captain America: Brave New World will deliver another epic chapter in the MCU. Fantastic Four, May 2nd, 2025. Marvel Studios' upcoming reboot of the Fantastic Four has fans buzzing with excitement. Here's what we know so far about this highly anticipated film. While Marvel has kept plot details under wraps, the recently released artwork suggests that the film may stay true to the characters' space-related origins. Expectations are high for a fresh take on the traditional story of how the Fantastic Four gain their powers. The movie is confirmed to be set in the 1960s, raising questions about how their origins will fit into the broader MCU continuity, especially with the introduction of the multiverse. While Doctor Doom may make an appearance down the line, rumors suggest that the first film might introduce new versions of iconic characters like the Silver Surfer and Galactus. These formidable foes could have a significant impact on the MCU, setting the stage for future adventures. The film boasts an impressive cast, with Pedro Pascal taking on the role of Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Human Torch, and Eben Moss-Bacharach as Ben Grimm, The Thing. Despite fan speculation, John Krasinski will not be reprising his role as Mr. Fantastic, with Pascal leading the team instead. WandaVision director Matt Shakman is reportedly at the helm of the Fantastic Four. The script has seen various iterations, with Josh Friedman, Jeff Kaplan, and Ian Springer among the writers involved in its development. Superman, July 11th, 2025. Get ready, superhero enthusiasts. Superman Legacy is on its way, and Warner Bros. Discovery's CEO James Gunn has spilled the beans on what to expect. Mark your calendars for July 11, 2025, because that's when this epic adventure hits the big screen. Filming for Superman Legacy kicks off soon, ramping up the excitement for what's to come. The cast lineup was unveiled on Instagram, with David Corenswet as Superman, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, as reported by Variety. With these talented actors on board, fans are buzzing with anticipation to see their fresh take on these iconic characters. Plus, with James Gunn directing, you can bet on a visually stunning and action-packed spectacle that stays true to the Superman legacy. As we count down the days to the release, expect more updates on the film's production. Get ready to be transported to Metropolis and witness the timeless battle of good versus evil unfold before your eyes. July 11, 2025 can't come soon enough for fans itching to dive into this new chapter of Superman's story. Keep your eyes peeled for more news as filming progresses. Thunderbolts, May 5th, 2025. In 1996, Marvel Comics introduced a group of reformed supervillains called the Thunderbolts, similar to DC's Suicide Squad. This team is set to join the Marvel Cinematic Universe in summer 2025. Sebastian Stan and Florence Pugh will reprise their roles as Bucky Barnes and Yelena Belova, respectively, alongside Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. Thunderbolts is an upcoming superhero film based on the Marvel Comics team, set to be the 36th installment in the MCU. Directed by Jake Schreier and written by Eric Pearson, Lee Sung-jin, and Joanna Kahlo, the ensemble cast includes Sebastian Stan, Hannah John Kamen, Wyatt Russell, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Olga Kurylenko, Harrison Ford, and Lewis Pullman. The movie follows a group of anti-heroes on government missions. Marvel Studios hinted at a Thunderbolts team in the MCU back in 2021, with the film officially announced in June 2022, when Kahlo joined the team. Filming commenced in February 2024 and is expected to conclude in July at various studios in Atlanta, Georgia, as well as locations in Utah and New York. Thunderbolts is slated for release in the US on May 5, 2025, marking the culmination of Phase 5 of the MCU. Blade, November 7, 2025. Marvel's Blade is generating immense anticipation as one of the eagerly awaited projects in the Marvel Extended Universe. Mahershala Ali, a multiple Oscar winner, is set to lead the film as the renowned half-vampire and vampire hunter in the MCU. Initially announced at San Diego Comic-Con in July 2019, the next Blade film promises a fresh take on the character's history. Originally scheduled for release in November 2023, various delays pushed the date back to November 7, 2025, due to screenplay rewrites and Hollywood strikes. Mahershala Ali's casting as the new Daywalker was met with excitement, with his brief voice cameo in Marvel's Eternals adding to the anticipation. Delroy Lindo and Aaron Pierre have joined the cast in undisclosed roles, with Mia Goth being the latest addition. Yann Demange is set to direct the reboot, with the film classified as R-rated. Michael Green, nominated for an Oscar for his work on the Logan script, is the movie's writer. Details on the plot are scarce, with screenplay issues prompting directorial changes. However, given Blade's history of dealing with esoteric characters in the MCU, fans can expect an intriguing narrative that may incorporate elements from other Marvel shows. Blade, also known as Eric Brooks, was created by Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan, possessing vampire-like abilities after his mother was attacked by the evil Dr. Deacon Frost during childbirth. As details of the plot remain under wraps, fans can anticipate a thrilling journey through the occult when Blade hits theaters on November 7, 2025. Spider-Man Beyond the Spiderverse, TBD 2025. The anticipation is sky high for the third installment in the Spiderverse trilogy, Spider-Man Beyond the Spiderverse, especially after the wild ride of the second movie. Miles Morales is facing a serious jam after that massive cliffhanger from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. He's stuck in a universe where he doesn't belong, and it's up to a team of Spider variants from the previous films to rescue him. But wait, there's more web-slinging drama. Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099, and his crew are on a mission to capture Morales before he causes any more chaos by messing with the canon events. And let's not forget about The Spot, who's causing chaos all over the multiverse, posing a threat to every universe out there. However, there's a bit of a snag in our Spidey plans. Due to the SAG-AFTRA strikes, the original release date for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse in March 2024 has been scrapped. We're left hanging with no word on a new release date yet, and there's a chance we might have to wait until 2025 to catch this web-slinging adventure. But hey, good things come to those who wait, right? Well, that's it. Thanks for joining us on this exciting journey through the most anticipated superhero movies of 2024 and 2025. Which upcoming film are you most looking forward to? Are you excited to see a fresh take on classic characters, or eager for new adventures with familiar heroes? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on the latest news and reviews from our channel. Until next time, stay super!